It is a dance, one that the aeons have recorded. Embracing the very fabric of time, we find the star-crossed lovers. Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you guys so much for joining me here, and welcome to my table. If you're new here, hello, my name is Zachary. It's nice to meet you. And if you're returning, it's good to see you guys again. Pull up a chair, my friends. I did save you a seat. So, my collective friends, let's get into your message here. This is an exciting one. I actually do not have any advanced Oracle cards or cards pulled, so anytime Spirit has me go this direction, I'm just as blind as you guys are. In meditation, there were some topics that did come through, however. We are discussing two very magnetic forces, or as it was given to me, the star-crossed lovers. Obviously, the star-crossed lovers are, well, an archetype that exists throughout our history. Romeo and Juliet is one of the best representations in current history, anyway, that's been written, okay, as of writ. I have a few channeled messages, and there's actually a symbol here that's come through here too. It's been a minute since we've had a new sacred symbol come through, so I'm excited about this one too. I am going to start with, you want me to start with the symbol? Okay, we're gonna start with the symbol. Okay, so I'm gonna show the camera here. If you wanna pause it, you can draw this out and I'll give you instructions on how to utilize it. So here it is. This is called Coming Home. All right, what do we do with this? So coming home, as we're talking about these two magnetic forces, and I'll get into this a little bit more as far as what was coming through in the message. The point of this is to help balance balance these two forces, to stop the blur. And I'll explain that in a second here, what came through in meditation. The request here is to wear this as if it were a watch. So this is something on the left wrist is what was requested. If you want to draw this on your left wrist, you're more than welcome to do this in that way. Or the other option that was given to me was to draw this on a piece of paper here and to tie it like with an ace bandage. The request was, though, to wear this while sleeping. So let's get into the channeled messages here. That blur, what I was shown was like a black shape, very much like on the symbol here, a light shape and a black shape. A star and a black hole. I'm not entirely sure here. These two are representing the star-crossed lovers, though. And what I was shown was this orbit that they're making around each other. And then I was shown the solar system here. And this orbit they're making is spinning around the solar system. So I'm not feeling necessarily or specifically that this is going around our solar system, although perhaps. What that's symbolizing to me in the image, the solar system, our solar system, was not moving. So the speed of these two objects, the gravity that's keeping them together here, was moving and around here so quickly, it seemed as though time itself was standing still in our realm. So this is very interesting. This is where this blur comes through. The point of this symbol, 313 on the timer, is to stop that blur. Now, I don't know if this is to stop the relationship. I don't feel like that's necessarily what it is, but it's something to do with being here in human form and a need to see something to maybe to be able to distinguish between these two forces. Because wherever these two forces exist, it's moving at such a pace a human can't keep up. And there's some information that needs to be gleaned from it. Very interesting. Okay, so right away after this, I was given Little Lottie and Andy. It was, I don't know what Little Lottie is, but it was in this like big cursive L. And then Andy was actually written in like Toy Story, how Andy wrote his name on the bottom of Woody's boot, very like angular. Could be feminine, could be masculine, could be specific people as well. There were two other representations that came through for these forces, one being the artist, the other being the cartographer. Interesting, love this. The next that they gave me was the seer and the scribe. So that one gives me all the chills, actually, even as I'm talking about that. The seer and the scribe. Ooh, awesome. Awesome. All right, you guys, let's get into this a little bit further here. Where do we want to go as far as cards, please, Spirit? Oracle cards. Okay, we'll start 2. Okay. Wild Unknown. Archetype deck here, if I can pick this up. You clip your nails, you know? Yeah. Okay, what do we have here, please, Spirit? For this message. Star-crossed lovers. Ooh. Want this one? Top one? And bottom? Okay. Ooh, interesting. Agape. And, oh, is this a surprise one? You don't want this one. Okay, the river. All right, yep. The ring here at the bottom. Love that. It is kind of upside down here, though, too. I'll show this camera as well. The ring, this represents a connection. This infinity stuff that's going on here is kind of reminding me of that relationship. It's very much melded together through space and time. It can represent an actual ring, too, like a wedding ring. So, agape, first of all, we're talking about Higher Love. Higher Love by Whitney Houston, and I realized she wasn't the first one to sing it, but that's the version that I like best. So, Higher Love here. This is a love. I loved that. Love, love, love. In the beginning, the aeons writing this down themselves, recording this. This kind of love is one that is outside of space and time, or perhaps the love that holds space and time together. Ooh, I think it's interesting that we've got this balance of candles going back and forth on each other here. I'll show this camera here too. They're mirroring each other. So we're definitely looking at a balanced relationship or a mirrored relationship. Okay, the river coming through here too. That's interesting with the horses. So there was an image that kind of came through. I saw lots of white and black. So masculine, feminine, divine feminine, balance, yin, yang, right? I was shown it was like a black horse like this, but it was just the head. And then inside of it was a smaller black or white horse, excuse me. Because there were so many different versions of these images, I didn't write all of these down. But it's here in the river, so. As I went down to the river to pray. There has been this very ancient energy for sure coming through in this reading to start. The river is an energy of renewal. When we step into this river, and I'm seeing kind of like a galactic river here of stars. When we step into this river here, there is an opportunity for like a baptism, to be renewed, to have something washed away, and to have a fresh start. Okay, let's pull one here in the Talisman Oracle as well for this message, please, Spirit. You want both? One for each. Ooh, one for each of the lovers. All right, let's do this. Courage. And finding love. Oh my goodness, love it. Passion here at the bottom too. Okay, so we'll show the camera here up front. Courage and finding love. Very interesting. So courage right away. I'm going to put these just down here so the camera can see too. I do feel like there is this relationship here, okay? And I'm not talking about something like twin flames. This is something that is not twin flames, okay? But it certainly is, especially with the two seahorses coming through here and finding love. Is that a Merkaba on there too? Of course it is, yeah. Got that Merkaba there too. The balance of the masculine and the feminine. This is a deeper force than even that. Like I had channeled through in the beginning there, like holding on the fringe there of time, perhaps even holding time together or making it possible. Interesting. What is it about the courage? What I'm being drawn to is in the Starseed Oracle here, there is a Courageous Peony card. And that is, the peony is courageous and blooms, has the courage to bloom. I feel like this relationship, as it manifests into the physical realm, is not always something that comes together, is not always something that is made manifest in this physical realm. Interesting. Ooh, interesting. I'm seeing that courage being kind of dichotomous here. The courage to participate and also the courage to walk away if that's necessary. Interesting. But love is at the core of this. Bring me a higher love. Ooh, okay, let's get into this a little bit further, you guys. All right, so Wild Unknown, Animal Oracle deck here. I want to know a bit more about this path here for these star-crossed lovers, please, Spirit. The mouse, okay. So the mouse here, when this comes through, we're talking about anxiety. And this is anxiety that can drive one mad. It can also drive those around this person insane. There is a need to channel this anxious energy towards a purpose, towards something. What was that? I channeled that the other day in my personal meditation. Anxiety, like my anxiety is the energy that wants to be made manifest. Like it's asking to be put towards some sort of creation. And when we don't participate in putting it towards something, then that's when that anxiety comes forward and gets in the way of what it is that we're doing or harms others around us. Yeah, there's something frightening about this. Okay, okay. What is blocked? What is blocked in this energy right now? The lion. Of course it is. Of course it is. There's the phoenix too. This specific imagery has been coming through a lot in meditations and as I've been channeling recently. Well, the divine phoenix rising, right? The phoenix here, this is the root chakra. And we're talking about burning through karma, specifically energy that's rising up from the root chakra through the sacral into the solar plexus. So with the lion energy coming through here, that's blocking this energy of the mouse. I feel like the energy of being humble, recognizing that like what I'm getting is bravado, like a roar here with the courage of the lion. This is not something that others need to hear necessarily, but there's something. So the lion energy here is one of knowing when to act and when not to act. So this makes sense with this too, as I was saying, that dichotomy with this courage coming through of knowing when to pursue something or when not to, knowing like, is this the lifetime where you as this force or this other force is ready to come together or perhaps not? Interesting. I get you want one more. What's needed here? What is needed for this energy of the mouse and the lion? The rabbit. Okay. There's the phoenix again. Karma. Okay. So what I'm getting with karma on that is the note of this like weaving through the fabric of time, the aeons themselves writing this in their books. So rabbit, and this did kind of fall through upside down. This has to do with fear. So what is needed here? What is needed here? In the upright, I would take this. The rabbit is talking about how the eagle is going to come and eat the rabbit to all of its friends. And the eagle hears the rabbit and says, wow, it's a great idea. I'm going to go eat the rabbit. There's a caution towards how much and who it is that we are speaking to and about our own fears. Caution towards making that manifested in this realm. Being in reverse here, what is needed, there is a need to overcome these fears or to master these fears. And this is for both parties. I don't normally split this off like this. It feels like one is ready to go. Tell me when to go. And the other one here is needing some sort of renewal. And it's interesting having those flop too. Makes sense because we've got, we are the star-crossed lovers, right? Star-crossed lovers. All right, let's get into tarot here. You want one star seed. Okay, one star seed, then we'll get into tarot here. For this message, please. Big picture thinking. Ah, interesting. Pleiades energy, visionary, and inspired ideas. So what's really standing out to me on this card is that portal or that gateway there. With big picture thinking coming in, like I'm talking about, there are some lives here, you guys, whoever this is, if this message is for you, where you do come together and there are others where you don't. This is about the big picture, though, not necessarily the micro. Like the micro is involved because you are involved in the micro. I feel like somebody may be disappointed in something. Okay, and regret. Okay. Okay, which deck do you want to start with? Do Phantasma. Love it. Okay. As I just messed all those up. The Virgo in me has got fingers on chalkboard right now. Okay. It's okay. Let it go. Let it go. I want to know. I want to know. Tell me more about this courage, the lion here. What is going on here with this energy, please? What more do we need to know about that? The Two of Wands. There's a decision that needs to be made here. Ten of Cups at the bottom. We are talking about love, the connection to the divine, to the ether. These individuals are all meditating. Their eyes are closed here. It's interesting that there's three. Ah, of course. No, of course. The two individuals here, I feel like this is representing the two lovers. The central figure that's here is the combination of these energies. Being a part of the aeons, the aeon themselves. Interesting. Okay, let's get into this a little further. Two of Wands that comes through here. 1611 on the timer. 611 is my number for being on the right track. So Two of Wands and then 1616. A decision that needs to be made here. One where we're making ourselves uncomfortable for the sake of growth. So this could look like, depending on where you guys are at here, being uncomfortable. There's a heart. Okay, I'll get back to this. There's a heart right on the hind leg of this lion here. The heart that's right at the center of these foxes is also standing out to me. Love being in the movement of this. This is a lion here too, of course. We've got a lot of lion imagery here. Maybe there's some Leo energy. I feel like it's the bravery we're talking about. Making a motion of love. Okay. Love is not static. Love is not static, sure. To get uncomfortable, this is either going to be maybe a need to walk away, like I said, from something. If something isn't healthy, right? Or a need to walk towards, if this is the life that you're in at this point. How do we discern that? Can we know a little bit more about that, please, Spirit? You don't want that card. This one here. Can we know a little bit more about that? This choice, this discernment. Success. It's your time to shine. Success from what you pour your heart into. Okay. I'm getting, one more of these. Passion. Passion is in fashion. When you move with your heart, you can't go wrong. Expansion. Pursue bigger and greater endeavors. So, show the camera up here. The Two of Wands comes right before the Three of Wands. It is that decision to move towards expansion, which is the Three of Wands. With expansion coming through here, that's very, very interesting. So there is success in making this decision to grow beyond whatever the encumbrance is of the current situation, whether that is that it's toxic and something needs to be moved away from, to see the bigger picture in the reality of your experience between you and this other force. There are some lives, like I said, where both of you have had to make decisions or to understand that the other person is not ready for you to come together to hold what? To hold something together here. What are they holding together? What are they holding together? Want this one? Five of Pentacles. I've been getting a lot of, you want one more? I've been getting a lot of messages of like moving from the 5 to the 6 also. Five of Pentacles here is lack. Queen of Cups and the Sun. Wow, there's Temperance there too. Hey, as we're talking about these two forces too, Temperance is going to be those two forces. It's the alchemy that happens between these two forces. It is moving, vacillating between them as well. Finding the greater balance or peace. Okay. So Five of Pentacles to start here. Lack, feeling out in the cold here. This owl is holding this other individual. This feels like I'm brought back to the big picture thinking here. Like I'm hearing a wedding vow here, like for better or worse, through sickness and health, blah, 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 right? This relationship that you and this other force are carrying on is so much larger than this one human experience. Is this a promise? Of sorts, of sorts. Okay, there's a promise of sorts that's been made here between you two to hold something together. But there's an understanding outside of this human experience that sometimes there will be feelings of being out in the cold, maybe not being able to come together, and there will be times in the sun, right, of warmth, where there is connection, where there's the expansion. So I see that as kind of like shrinking and expansion, restriction and expansion, or contraction. Both of these are also necessary forces too. So of course, oh, interesting. Of course, both would be a part of your experience. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, okay. Queen of Cups comes through here too. What I'm getting is someone here, whoever is a part of one of these forces. This component of protecting the emotions here. I feel like there is a feeling or a thought experience of failure towards this. If you are in a situation right now where you recognize that maybe there is a magnetism there with this other force, this other individual, and there's also something that's just not quite ready about it either, maybe you have made the decision to step away from that and you're questioning yourself. But this isn't something that you typically do. This feels like you're usually very sure of yourself. But this person, this other force, this is why, okay, this is why this symbol is coming through. Okay. I have chills on this here. This is why this blur needs to slow down. This blur is confusing to your human form. It's making it difficult to see the bigger picture here, the greater truth of the dance that you are dancing. The dance of days here. Ooh, I like that. The dance of days. Ooh, catchy. That'll sell books. Oh my God. What do we need to do about the Queen of Cups? Awareness. Nothing. Awareness. I feel like 2222 on the timer. I feel like somebody just needs to understand that because something didn't work out here or isn't working out right now does not mean that it's a failure. Like I said, there's this bigger picture that's coming into focus. What I want to know about this rabbit, this is standing out to me here. Can we talk about the fear, overcoming of this fear that's needed? I feel like it's along the same lines here. What is the fear that needs to be overcome? The King of Swords. This is discernment. I feel like Two of Swords, absolutely. Two of Swords here. The decision, okay, like I was saying, feeling like there was a wrong decision that was made or a failure because something wasn't quite coming together here right now. With the King of Swords, this is a very, like the Queen of Swords, very patient individual who is seeking the truth, well, demands the truth implicitly. They will wait to see the response, maybe how somebody else will behave or act. Okay. I feel like this is something that you've done. So as far as what's needed here with the rabbit in reverse, you're being asked to pay attention to the messages that you have received. To quell this fear, did I make the wrong choice? Maybe did I pull myself off of a path even because of whatever's going on in the situation? You're being asked to recollect the information that was given to you. The King of Swords is going to sit in their throne and gather all information visually and then make a decision once they've seen enough. Anything else on that, please, Spirit? The King of Cups, too. Okay. So there is a mastery here of Ace of Pentacles. Yes, there certainly is something possible, something very big that's possible between you two. And this is the magnetism or gravity that you feel, which is why it's making whatever decision, whether this is that you needed to separate or that there's something that needs to be overcome to move towards this person. Both are perceptible through the mind, through quieting the mind, quieting that blur. And the King of Cups here, mastering the emotional experience as well, quieting the tides of the heart. Interesting. Both of these individuals are masters of their suit. But in the shadow form, they can be real turd heads, right? Real pieces of poop. It feels like either this is being reflected in the other individual or this is your own shadow that's coming through because of the situation. So an arrogance, maybe a dramatic side, being a drama king or drama queen or drawn non-binary human being. Was that a dragonfly? That is a dragonfly. There's a dragonfly right on the tip of the King of Cups finger there. There have been these messages of like angelic stuff coming through a lot recently too. With the dragonfly, it can be said when you see a dragonfly to make a wish because there is an angel riding upon its wings. It does feel, those are kind of like seahorses here at the bottom of this chalice too, full of hearts, finding love. It feels like, okay, there's an assistance, this balance here. There's a balance with the dragonfly. What is it about the emotions? What is it about the emotions I'm missing here? 26 on the timer. The Knight of Wands. Okay. And the Chariot. Hey, there are the two horses there too. So there's faith that's involved here with the Chariot. This is the manifestation potential of the magician that's now put into motion. So something that has the potential to be created. Because it's on the bottom here, I feel like this is riding on, well, this Knight of Wands. What is it about the emotions I'm asking? I feel like there is an impetuousness to the situation right now, whether it is that you are to move towards this person or you need to move away. Either you or this other person is moving too quickly somewhere, and it feels like I'm seeing like a short fuse. That fuse is so short, that passion between you two, it's difficult to see clearly. Yeah, to see clearly mentally. Both of these need to be balanced, right? Masculine and feminine too. Divine masculine and feminine. There is always an internal request here with the Knight of Wands to try again, to be spontaneous, to have that like fun, that fun affair, come back together and feel the sparks. But there's also a quality of it where something maybe is moving too quickly. You're running into a situation and it's actually a mirage. If you were to give it a little bit longer, you could see that they were actually, so you have the sun here, they were actually heat waves that were creating an image for you out of pressure and distress is what I'm getting. I feel like there's a request to call on guides here, guides, angels, if you're an angel believer, to call on your angels here with that dragonfly. The dragonfly also in the Wild Unknown deck, the shimmering iridescence of a dragonfly's wing represents the mind and the thoughts, how they can shimmer and flutter very quickly. It can be something that's positive if we're grounded in the emotional experience too, but they can move so quickly that it's also causing us distress. The mouse, the anxiety, this is exactly what's going on. There's a need to slow down the mind. And this isn't to say necessarily the situation, somebody's mind needs to slow down. What else about this, please? Obsession. Yep. Focusing too much on one situation, the need to take a step back. So like I said, whatever direction this is that you're needing to move in, there is a quality of getting stuck on something that needs to not be stuck on. Whether this is a component of your own past or trauma that's coming forward that needs to be addressed by you, or the other person is going through that process as well, or a little bit of both, because this is a mirror relationship as you guys are floating around in space, right? Creating the damn fabric of space-time, right? Interesting. Okay. I want to know a little bit more on this big picture thinking, please, Spirit. What is this coming through here for the King of Wands. My goodness. We're one king away from the Emperor. Page of Pentacles. A message. There's the dragonfly there again. All pages can be messengers. But the Page of Pentacles here especially, we're taking something that exists already and we're improving upon it. So the King of Wands coming through here, I feel like this is this component of obsession. This can be coming together, this force coming together. If you're ready, if you're both ready for these to come together. It is this incredible magnetism that is what keeps everything in its place. The King of Wands is the leader of people. They know how to get all of the right components together to get the job done. But in its shadow form, we're looking at arrogance. And I feel like this is a part of the experience here too. Crow Oracle, okay. I'm going to pull one of these and then a medicine heart. And I am going to go into an extended here, you guys, as I do. I'd like to get a little bit deeper into this message. That river there is really standing out to me. Run me like a river. And this obsession. I want to know a little bit more specifically what it is that you or this person maybe are thinking or doing right now, or what needs to be done. Okay, what else here, please? This is the Urban Crow Oracle on this message. What else do we need to know? Illusion. Okay. Waterproof too. Interesting. When waterproof comes through, we're talking about remaining immovable because of somebody else's emotions, being able to withstand somebody else's storm without getting caught up in that storm, allowing somebody to go on their roller coaster without having to get on the ride with them. Illusion coming through here. I feel like this is a part of what is the blur, right? That is the illusion part here. Maybe that it's expressing a dire need of timing, because the relationship between you two is so much bigger than just this moment. And there may be a perception that something needs to be pursued right now, or maybe it doesn't need to be. Or you're going to miss your chance if you don't do something right now, but maybe you need a little bit more time to get your shit together, right? Either could be possible. Okay, let's pull a medicine heart. A medicine heart. Medicine Heart Oracle here, please, for this message, this collective message for the star-crossed lovers. I love it. Romeo e Julieta. Oh my gosh, I love this, you guys. This is one of my favorite cards. Second Sight is what this is. Second Sight, and it's number 5, so we're looking at change. I'm going to read this to you here. Remember that you are blessed with spiritual guides who are looking out for you. Through a combination of spiritual protection and your own wisdom, instinct, and intuition, your timing will be excellent, and you will not allow anyone or any situation to get the better of you. When you are ready to receive it, you will be gifted with the knowledge of what is true and what to do. Ooh, okay. I love that. So we're going to go a bit deeper here into the extended on what is true and what to do, especially since there'll be much less people that come into the extended. It'll be a little bit easier to hone this energy in onto your situation, okay? So, you guys, I love you. If you want to join me there for the extended, links will be in the description of this video. And I totally forgot to mention in the beginning as well, I do have manifestation workshops available. There'll be links in the description of this video. You can check out available times on my website. If they are booked out right now, hold on, I will have more coming forward. And I am also officially releasing my mentorship program here. So there'll be information in the description of the video, take you to my website too, for details on what that looks like. And if that's something you're interested in, feel more than welcome to apply, and I will be in touch. Extendeds are in the description here too. I have them for sale individually, as well as on the 3rd tier of membership, which is open. You guys, if you want to check that out as well, okay? PayPal link is in there too if you feel called to donate to the channel. I truly appreciate those who do support the channel in that way. Thank you, thank you. All right, I love you. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Be well.